Hey, so today I was in the mood for some salmon patties, or as some people say, salmon croquettes. It just depends on where you're at and how you grew up. I call them salmon patties. They're really good. If you've never had a salmon patty, another thing that is very similar is a crab cake. Basically, they're the same. I mean, you can't really tell a big difference in a salmon patty and a crab cake. Um, Unless you're using fresh crab versus canned crab or frozen crab. But today I'm going to be doing salmon patties, and I use this brand. First thing you want to do is you want to drain off all the fluid from them, from the salmon, and then kind of wiggle it around a little. Once you get all the juice out, then you want to drop it into a bowl. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, got it in the bowl. Next thing is, if you pick it up carefully and just start kind of peeling it off, there is always in every can, there's a backbone. There he is. You want to take this out. I mean, technically you could leave the backbone in, but the backbone will be kind of crunchy, and I just don't like leaving it in. See the backbone right there? So I just take that backbone out. The other thing is it will have some skin. I always peel that little bit of skin off and I throw it away because it's kind of slimy, and I just don't like it. So there's some more backbone. Get that out. And then you're just going to there's a little more skin. Let's get that out. You don't have to get all of it out. You don't have to get any of it out if you don't want to. That's just my preference. And then I just kind of mush it up. Just break it up with your hands. It breaks up real easy. And you don't have to really worry about the bones. There's some little bones in there. But this is, it's been set up in oil. So all of the little bones are just super, super soft. And you can't taste them or feel them, or you're not going to get choked on them. So don't worry about the little bones. Let me rinse my hands. So the next thing you want to do is you want to crack an egg. And this is funny. My granddaughter asked me the other day, how do you crack an egg with just one hand and plop it in the bowl without making a mess? And I said, I don't know. I just do it. Just practice. But I hold the egg kind of like this, kind of firm. And I just pop it on the counter and then pinch it open with my hand. It goes right in. Okay, next thing you want to do is you want to add some self-rising flour. And this is another cute little trick. I use one of these big Tupperware things. I got it at Sam's, I think, and I keep my flour in it. And to scoop it out, y'all, if you get those protein shakes or anything, they come with these little scoops. I keep them. I've got a bunch of these things, and I use them for all kinds of stuff. But I love my little scoops. Most of them are like anywhere from 2 to 4, 6 ounces too. So if you measure it one time, then you know how many ounces is in it, and you can use it for that as well. But yeah, I just like to use a scoop. And basically, this is going to be like a tablespoon, a heaping tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons worth of flour. And you're just going to put it in your bowl just like that. Make y'all up just a little bit. Then we're going to take a fork and we're just going to mix all that up. Oh, and I almost forgot. We're going to put some onion in there. Now, you don't have to put onion. If you don't like onion, don't put it in there. I love onion. And I try to break those apart, too. And that's something else I do. Good little tip for you. cooking doesn't have to be a hassle. It's a hassle when you've got to get everything out and you've got to chop it all up. But if you will get you some of these little bowls, little Rubbermaid type of bowls, I always just chop me up an onion and keep it in there, and then I just keep it in the refrigerator, and when I need it I get it out and use some. And I keep onion chopped up that way, bell pepper, celery, things like that. I don't like to meal prep. I'm not going to cook a bunch of meals and freeze them. Some people do that, but I do, I guess you could say, prep ingredients so that I don't have to do it every single time. But you're just going to mix it up just like that. And you want it to be, y'all see that? You want it to be a consistency that you can pick it up and you can patch you out a little patty like that and it stays together. That's what you're looking for. Super easy to do. So now all we got to do is take it over to the stove and cook it. It's easy, easy peasy. Okay, so I've got maybe a cup of oil in here. It's not a lot. I'm using a medium pan. You're just going to let your oil get hot, and it should be getting about there now. The best way to check is just get you a little pinch of flour. Put it in, and it should move. It'll just like span out really quick and crickle and crackle. So this is not quite hot enough yet. We're going to let it get a little warmer. Okay, I think it's ready now. We're going to take a little pinch of our flour and watch and see if it spreads out and starts crackling. Yeah, see how you got that movement? It just kind of comes out. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so now we want to get a little bigger than an egg, and we're just going to kind of pat it into a circle, kind of like you'd pat out a hamburger patty, but not as big as a hamburger patty. It's just going to be about the size of the palm of your hand. And again, y'all, this is exactly how you make crab cakes. So if you want to make crab cakes instead of this, just get you some frozen crab, and we're going to mix it up the same way. You see how it's cooking nice? Now, once the grease is hot enough like that, you do want to back it down. We're going to back it down to 6. And that should be perfect for cooking this. And basically what you're going to do is you're just going to get them golden brown. Once they're golden brown, you're going to flip them. You don't want to flip these things 2 or 3 times. You're going to flip it 1 time. So, don't rush it. Let it get nice and golden brown. And I always try to remember which direction I go in. So I always start over here, and then I go all the way around clockwise. That way when I start flipping them, I don't flip the last one I put in first. And so I try to keep it in order that way. And we're just going to plop them in there. You can do about 4 at a time. Keep your a rag handy because your hands get kind of goofy. Don't y'all like how I make up words goofy? I mean, that's not a real word. That's a Libby word, as David says. My husband always says, that's a Libby word. I've never heard that before. I just make stuff up as I go. But as you can see, this is starting to get golden brown around the edges, and you can feel it too. It'll feel kind of hard, crunchy. So we're just going to flip it. Look at that, nice and golden. And we're going to go clockwise around. And I'm going to give that one just a minute. But y'all, that's literally all there is to it. And I just said y'all again. You know, I was watching some ladies on one of the little things that I follow, ladies that cook and make stuff, and I never realized how much we here in the South say y'all. We say y'all a lot. I'm going to try to break myself from saying that so much. Maybe I'll try to say something else. I know my sister's kids out in Las Vegas, they like to say you guys. You guys. Hey, you guys. Maybe I'll try that. Shandace, don't you laugh at me, girl. Okay, so they are just about ready. To come out, and I'm just getting me a little plate with some paper napkin on it, soak up some of that grease. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Super, super easy thing to make. So if you don't know what to fix one night for dinner, you haven't got a lot of time, this is quick and this is easy. And I'm going to get that out of the way. I'm going to break one open just so you can see what it looks like in the middle. Look at that. Isn't that good? Oh my goodness, that's going to be so good. Dipped in a little cocktail sauce, or if you like ketchup. I don't eat ketchup myself. I like a little cocktail. And I make my own cocktail sauce too. I'll have to show you how to do that one day. I like a lot of horseradish in mine. But anyways, that is a salmon patty. That's how you make them. Now make up a little cornbread and some french fries and you're good to go. Y'all have fun today.